Hey, Sunny here. So this is part three of "Lazy" by Deep Purple. This is the intro, and we're gonna cover the section right after the end of the last part. So I'm gonna start from the end of the last part and go into the new section over here. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. The first thing is we're still in an F minor pentatonic scale with the blues note edit, which is a flat 5. So it's F minor blues pentatonic scale. Uh, so we start from this third fret on the G string. You bend up whole step to the fifth fret twice. Do it again. The next part, you gotta add a passing note, which is the flat 5 note. So 3, hammer on the 4th fret on the G, pull off on the 3rd fret and the 1st fret. And 3rd fret on the D string. And then 1st, and then it's G1 and D3 again. And then G3, G1, D3, back to G1. So far, this is. Okay, next line. So I'm playing G3, B1, high E string 1. And you pull off roller kick from 4, 3, 1 on the B string. Pull off. Do the same thing on the G string, 4, 3, 1. You gotta play like a 3rd fret on the D and G, and back to D on the 3rd fret. And 1st fret on the G. Okay. And you slide up, 2nd fret to 7th fret on G string. And they play the B6 back to G7, B6 and G7 again. And you bend the 8th fret up, hold step, and they play the 8th fret after you release back down. 6th fret on the E string, slide down to 4th. And then 6th fret on the B string. And play 6th fret on the E string again. And then 4th fret on the E string and hammer on and pull off on the 5th fret. So basically, that's you playing minor third and major third of the F scale. So it's kind of switch back and forth. It's like a passing tone. And play the 5th fret on the G string and then 4th and 6th on the B string. Again, slowly. So far we have this. The next part. So you play the 6th fret on the B string twice, pull off a 4th fret on the B string, and then pick the 5th fret on the G string. Back to 4 and 6 on the B string. And the second time you play the same thing, but only play once on the 6th fret in the beginning. And do it again. Do it 3 times, and then you play the 4th fret on the E, B6, and use my pinky to play the 6th fret on the high E string. Now switch finger and use my ring finger and play the 6th fret on the high E string again, bend it up. Release back down, play the 6th fret again on the E string, E4, B6, and then 4 and 6 on the E string, and then play the 3rd fret on the G string, and bend up full step. Alright, so that part right there. Remember, you gotta keep the string feel to it. So far we have this. What's it? Okay, here's the next lick slowly. Alright, so the this is still F minor pentatonic. It does a lot of stop in the beginning. Does a lot of stop between notes. So you play the 1st fret on the E string, mute, a dead stop in the 4th fret on the E string, 6th fret. The next you'll play 5 notes together. You pull off from 7 on the E string to 6 and 4, and then pick on the 6th fret on the B string, and you back to 6th fret on the E string. Again. So 7, 6, 4, pull off on the E string, 6th fret on the B string, and 6 on the E string. So after that, you'll dead stop for a second, and you play the 4th fret again on the E string, E7, E6, and then 4 and 6 together on the E string, grouped together. You play the 7th fret again. So far we have this: 1, 4, 6. So that's what we have so far. The next one, You play 6th fret on the E string. You bend up half step, and you release and you pull off on 4th fret, and play the 6th fret on the B string, and 4th fret on the E string. And the next one, you'll play the 6th fret on the E string, pull off on 4th fret. Do that again. B6, E4, and you play the 6th fret again on the E string, bend up half step, release, pull off on the 4th fret on the E string, and then pick the 6th fret on the B string. Alright, so far to get just that one part, the bend part, it goes like this, slowly. Alright, so far we have this together. So after you play that, you'll play the 6th fret on the E string, hammer on the 7th fret, pull off the 6th, and pull off a 4th fret, and then pick the 6th fret on the B string. So the second time you'll pull off 4th fret, 6, 7, 6, 4 on the E string, pull off and hammer on and pull off. 6th fret on the B string, E6, B6. And then you play the 6th fret on the E string, pull off on 4th fret, and you pick 6th on the B string and 4th on the B string, and then 5th fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the G string, and 1st fret on the G string, and use your index finger to play those two notes. Okay, so far we have this. And you play the 3rd fret on the G string, bend up and stop, and then G1, D3, G3, pull off on G1, D3, D1, G1, D3, and then you play a triplet. You play the G3, pull off on G1, and then play D3, and then 1st fret on the G. So that last section goes like this. Alright, so the whole thing together. Next lick goes like this. Okay, so this G3. So all this is pentatonic, F minor. We're not playing anything different. Just the combination of different notes. So it's G3, 1st fret on the B and E, and then 4th fret on the B string. And then you play the 3rd fret on the B string, pull off on 1st fret, and you pick G3 and G1, and you play the 3rd fret on the D string, and then 1st and 3rd fret on the G string, and you bend up the G string. Okay, so far we're at this. Next one. So pentatonic F minor, B1, G3, G1 and D3, G3 and D3, and then the G1 again, D3 again, pull off from G3 to G1, D3, D1, and you pull off again from G3 to G1, D3, D1, A3. So the whole thing goes like this. Okay, again. Alright, so let's put the whole lick together.